This next performer, she is a newer face in the Jersey comedy scene, and she's been fucking killing it. She's super funny, she's super sweet, and I'm excited to bring her up. Please put your hands together for Kara Fisher.
Hey, hope y'all like the space. I made these this morning for you. I'm half Irish, so 50% alcoholic. I give 25% of my paychecks to people who validate my trauma. And I have 0% Catholic guilt because that shit is made up. Growing up Irish Catholic, we heard pretty common sayings like, I'll give you something to cry about, or I'll rip your arm off and beat you with the bloody stump. If a bird flies into our house, someone in the family will die tonight. I adopted a dog during COVID. He was found in the trash. Paid $500 to rescue him. And another $500 when he came home in shit blood. My best friend was a $1,000 piece of garbage. We named him Anchovy because he came from a tightly sealed can that smelled like shit. Anchovy has special needs, so we got him a therapist. And that was $1,000. I'm starting to think it's a scam. We're doing this thing called counter conditioning. Whenever he's triggered, he gets a treat. Everything triggers him. Strangers, lawn inflatables, Phoebe Bridgers songs. So he's just getting treats all day. And now I'm starting to think that he's the scammer. Growing up, my dad's favorite game to play with us was obstacle course. And what I didn't realize at the time was that it was a training ground for his sheer negligence. At 3, I fell off our boat. The water was freezing, so he used a boat hook to scoop me up. At 5, I was a culprit of a Pathmark shutdown. Back in the good old days where they had little candy boxes you could stick your hands into for snacks. At 7, he brought me and my brother to the beach, and it's very difficult to watch 2 kids at the same time, which is why I had to be rescued from a riptide. And at 9, he wanted to rent ATVs, but they were only 2-seaters, so he went with my brother, and I almost drove off a cliff. And my mom would get annoyed whenever we'd say that dad's babysitting, but it was no different than hiring your local neighborhood stoner. There were a lot of don't tell mom moments. And my mom, well, moms love me, just not my mom. In high school, I was bullied every day. I would be told that I look like shit, that I need to lose weight, that I look like a boy. That was only before and after school. I went to a Catholic school, so it was mainly Uggs and hugs. My mom also radicalized me against historic figures when I was younger. I would, choose people to do book reports on. Albert Schweitzer, Leif Erikson, and St. Patrick. I'd be writing down my facts. I'd mess up like a letter or a word, and she'd make me start over, and let's just say she was not asking politely. So by the end, I was done, and I'd give my presentation. I'd be like, fuck Albert Schweitzer and his Nobel Peace Prize. Fuck Leif Erikson and those Vikings. And fuck St. Patrick. There were never any goddamn snakes there to begin with. One of my pet peeves is when people complain about the series finale of Lost. I don't get it. There's too many loose ends. It's not called Found. I And I know I didn't have an ideal childhood, but I was never pissed off to the point where I joined a cult and gassed an entire island. And when the plane crashed, everyone was so upset about the lives they left behind, not Mr. Echo. Landing on that island was his early retirement from being a Nigerian warlord. Best thing to ever happen to him. I don't follow conspiracy theories, but I really like to make them. Food Network's Barefoot Contessa is a cannibal. She enjoys cannibalism. Her inner circle knows her as Ina Garten. And every episode begins with, I am preparing a sirloin to enjoy with Gustav. And at the end of every episode, there's a beautiful sirloin. There's no Gustav. Watch it and find out for yourself. Okay, last one. There's a couple of things I'm learning about adulthood that people don't tell you. One is you're going to start laundry one day and you'll never finish. And I used to buy cool drugs. I would go to the dealer and give him my last couple bucks, and he would be like, here's your drugs, you're going to get fucked up tonight. And I'd be like, heck yeah, I am. And now I go to the pharmacy and I give them my card and they give me my mood stabilizers. And I'm like, have a nice day. And she gives me this sad look and she's like, hang in there. Thank you, I'm Kara Fisher.